Well, hi. Nice to see you here at Ritualistically. My name is Mo, and I'm your host here. And this is where I normally pour tea, pull tarot cards, read stars, and tell you story. But I want to let you know that I love it when you stop by to visit me. And hey, don't be shy about leaving me comments. I want to hear from you. If you're following, liking, or sharing my videos, thank you. That means they resonate with you. Or maybe you're just hoarding them for later. Either way, I appreciate it. But let's get into what I really want to talk about today. This eclipse season is upon us. And no, this isn't about ghosts. We dealt with those in September. This is about the gaping wounds in your bloodline that are still bleeding, those ancestral traumas that just won't quit. The question for you is, are you the one being called to stitch those wounds up? Eclipse season lasts into 2025, so buckle up, Buttercup, because it's a ride. Today's October 2nd, it's Eclipse Day. Let's start with this day. It's time to get your eclipse water ready. Craft your jar. That means add the crystals you've researched based on what you're trying to heal for yourself. Add the herbs because, listen, nothing takes away the experience you're going through, but you can support your body, mind, and spirit through it. This isn't a time to run away from feeling bad. Sorry, there's no escape hatch. We all have these seasons, and instead of panicking, learn to lean into it. Recognize it for what it is and support yourself through rest, meditation, and nutrition. Use today's eclipse to begin that process. And remember, set your intentions with clarity. Don't sit down to write while feeling angry or confused, because that's exactly what you'll be charging into your water. You don't want to do that. Oh, and don't forget, it's also Rosh Hashanah, if that's your thing. Happy New Year. Perfect time for fresh starts. But this is also the day that the Jews recognize the creation of the earth. And it's sort of a judgment time for them, because they kind of look back on the year and ask for forgiveness for anything that they have done bad or wrong, any mistakes they've made. And they resolve between themselves and God to not repeat those mistakes in the upcoming year. Now, as we move past October 2nd, we move into the next phase, which is October 4th. And here, Saturn trines Venus. Now, Saturn here is trying to build some solid structures, but we're talking about building on water here. So you better dig deep and reinforce those foundations. Saturn in Pisces and Venus in Scorpio means water energy all over the place, and not just metaphorically. Hello, hurricane season. The hurricanes we're seeing this year, they're bringing in water, floods, storm surges. The kind of power we usually think of as a gentle flow is raging. Now, this is the Emperor energy coming in strong. It's about stability, foundations that are able to withstand, and clarity. You're being pulled into the deep, into your emotional waters to inspect your structures. Saturn's about long-term lessons, and Venus in Scorpio is making sure those lessons involve the heart and the bloodline. It's time to face the hemorrhaging wounds from your ancestral line. Maybe it's a slow trickle, but it's still bleeding. And with Lilith and the South Node hanging out with Venus during this eclipse, the question remains, who's going to stop the bleeding? Move forward to October the 8th. Venus trines Mars. So we've seen the Emperor energy. But when Venus trines Mars, that's the Lover's card shows up here. The day brings a harmonious energy of balance, healing, and relationships. It's not just about self-love and care, but also about how we show up in our closest relationships. Venus trine Mars is asking us to commit to something long-term. It's a great day to perform a healing ritual that focuses on your relationship with yourself and others. Then we move on to October 11th. Now, for the Jews, this is the Day of Atonement. And here we have the Judgment card, a card of clarity. The Day of Atonement is the day we're being asked to reflect on the last year. Who have we wronged? Who needs to hear, "I'm sorry"? Go ask for their forgiveness. If you can't in person, then release it mentally. Soul search about it. Release it in a meditation or a prayer, an intention. And while you're at it, forgive yourself. Don't carry that guilt into another year. Let it go. This is the kind of emotional cleansing that makes moving forward possible. Then here we are on October 14th, and Venus is opposing Uranus. This is your Tower card moment. Expect surprises, shakeups, maybe even literal storms. Venus opposing Uranus brings sudden, unexpected events that knock you off balance. Think about preparing yourself mentally and spiritually for this. If you live in a hurricane-prone area, maybe even physically prepare. Unexpected news or events can disrupt everything, so stay grounded. The next card we have is the Hanged Man. This is Venus trine Neptune. This is where we bring in the Hanged Man. Venus trine Neptune is about surrendering to the creative and spiritual flow. It's a flood of inspiration. If you're into meditation, ritual work, tarot, astrology, or anything metaphysical, today's a great day for it. Even prayer. The energy here supports spiritual cleansing and creativity. So open up those channels and dive deep into your intuition. And that brings us to October 17th, where Venus sextiles Pluto. This is the star energy, and it's all about transformation, healing, and pulling up ancestral guidance. And you can pull that up from your DNA. It's all coded in there. Go within. Pull on your strength. Call on your ancestral strengths. They were survivors, and there's tens of thousands of them. This is a day where opportunities may present themselves to heal deep wounds, especially those passed down through your bloodline. So call upon those ancestral guides for support as you navigate the eclipse season, but also look for actual physical opportunities that pop up for you. Ask for them. Open yourself up to receive them, to see them with clarity, and act on them. This is the time to shine. So here you have it, the cosmic forecast for the next couple of weeks. These energies are potent, so take the time to lean into them. And like I said before, if you're feeling those old wounds flare up, maybe it's because you're the one being called to heal them. Who knows? You might just be the one to stop that slow bleed that's been trickling down your family line for centuries. Now go make that eclipse water, charge it up right, and ride this wave into the next 6 months. As always, whoever needs to hear this, may you receive it with an open heart. And thank you for stopping by. Come back tomorrow. I have more to share.